Welcome to Baja California. This rough, desolate, mysterious land is the most amazing place on the planet to ride a motorcycle. It's a special place where dirt bikes are granted the freedom to be free. On two wheels, there are few boundaries, limits, or barriers to hold us back. Like pioneers, we roost openly through this undeveloped world.
It's a different planet every day. It just feels like we're not even on Earth.
We don't have any rules, you know, we're just kind of blazing where we want to go.
Just this free, like, cowboy, Wild West feeling.
The Baja is the last open frontier for dirt bikes in North America. We are the cowboys of this raw and untamed landscape.
You make a mistake, you step out over the line, you take a gamble that you shouldn't take, and you lose, the Baja is going to bite you in the worst possible way you can imagine.
The Baja is no joke. Riding here is real and can quickly turn dangerous. Yet the beauty of the land and the thrill of the adventure are nothing short of epic.
The goal that we all share is just to introduce and share Baja with as many people as possible.
We are the Desert Assassins, and each year we journey on a 1,500-mile ride from the U.S. border to the southernmost tip of Baja California. It's a trying test of willpower and a kaleidoscopic journey of a lifetime. This is the Monster Energy Rip to Cabo. All right, guys, welcome to the 2013 Monster Energy Rip to Cabo. I'm super stoked all you boys are here. Hope you're ready to move. The biggest thing for me is that we're all here to have a good time. We're all here to be safe. We're all here to roost to Cabo. I mean, that's the bottom line, is that we have 8 days of motorcycle riding ahead of us. It's one of the most dangerous things you can do in your life. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You guys have read the releases. You guys have read the emails. There's no two ways about it. You gotta think about what you're doing. You gotta put your head on straight. Don't ride in the dust. Expect oncoming traffic. Expect the wildlife to jump out in front of you. I mean, expect the unexpected.
Yeah, my name's Justin Homan from Bend, Oregon. Never really done the desert thing. Roto, supercross, motocross, freestyle, but a little bit scared. So heard a lot of stories, and it's going to be a long haul.
Long trip, 8 days of cactuses, dirt, beers, flat tires, sore ass cheeks, you name it. It's going to be hell.
The 2013 Rip to Cabo would begin on U.S. soil in Tecate, California, and we'd casually ride across the border into Mexico to begin this 8-day mission. Many people consider Baja to be dangerous and unlawful. These rumors are far from true, and on the Rip we embrace the people of Mexico and are happily welcomed into the state of Baja California.
Cameron, welcome to Mexico. Hope you guys have a safe and fun trip.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for being our partner on this side of the border.
Be safe.
All right, buddy.
Have a tequila on me when you get there.
We'll do it. I have your credit card number.
All right, I'll send it to you.
My name is Cameron Steele. I'm a Baja junkie and spend much of my life riding dirt bikes and racing trophy trucks in Baja California. About a decade ago, we started sharing the unique beauty, adventure, and freedom we enjoy south of the border, and that's what the Rip to Cabo is all about. We are known as the Desert Assassins. We are a close family of friends who are off-road enthusiasts and Baja lovers. Riding dirt bikes anywhere is extremely dangerous, and in the Baja the consequence is very high, I'm not going to lie. But over the years, the Desert Assassins have assembled the machinery, knowledge, and manpower to confidently pursue our passion. Day one of the Rip to Cabo would be a beautiful 160-mile ride through the mountainous interior of Baja Norte. Known as the Tecate Divide, this region features lush mountain peaks and a cool pine forest. Riding in Baja is very diverse, and one guy who knows what it takes is Mark Moss. He has been on every ride with me, and this is his 8th journey down the Baja Peninsula.
To ride in Baja, you got to be pretty skilled. The terrain's really rough, which is obvious. But you also need to be really well-rounded because we're riding a lot of high-speed stuff. We're riding deep sand, lots and lots of rocks, more rocks, and then more rocks, and then even more rocks after that. A lot of super tight single track, some kind of trials, rock style riding. So you gotta have a lot of diversity, but also because of the danger, because if you do get hurt, the consequences are very high down here.
On that rear brake pedal, please.
You put the sprocket on backwards?
Yeah.
How does that work?
They're coming from Utah and last minute, you know.
We're gonna get you guys out to the pavement. Yeah. We're not gonna take you down in this wash. We're gonna, a couple of these bikes gotta go out. It's just we don't have time to mess around with it.
It looks like they got a little issue over here on the other side of the bike. Water leaking or something. They're gonna fix it tonight. This one should be a light one.
The email said to come to Baja with the bike that was ready to ride. We got 2 getting loaded up on the first day. Not ready to ride.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys.
Our basic day of riding a full day is sending out trucks ahead of us at about 80 miles. We do our ranges with our fuel tanks. We have 43 guys out. We have the buggy behind us sweeping, and it's about 30 seconds between each rider. So you do the math, it's gonna be, you know, sometimes it'll hit almost an hour that we're split from the front group.
To me, Baja means desolation. It's just, you get into these areas that there isn't anybody around. There isn't anybody around for hundreds of miles, and that's what I enjoy the most. You ride up here 60 miles in the middle of nowhere, and here's Mike's Sky Ranch, where we're gonna stay the night.
Mike's Sky Rancho is an iconic location in Baja. Family run by Mike Jr. and his late father since 1967, this unadvertised oasis is located deep in the Sierra San Pedro Martir, next to one of the few running rivers in Baja. The Rip to Cabo is about getting away from the modern world and experiencing the remote, natural side of Baja. It is the friendly hideaway places like Mike's that make this unique land so special to the Desert Assassins. I had to do it! Yee, day 1 of the vlog, we'll cruise tomorrow!
All right. Well, that was good. That was good.
All right, you guys, let's get suited up. We're going riding. We got about 170 miles today out to the Pacific. Gonna ride the sleeping bag trail. It's gonna be epic. Let's do this.
I think we got a lot of single track today, which I'm kind of excited about. So I think we have about 175 miles planned. We're going to end up on the Pacific side, so number one thing for me is hitting the beach, seeing the ocean. You know, obviously from Arizona we don't see it very often, so keep it hydrated, keep it safe, and go have a good time. Woo!
The Rip to Cabo is not an adventure ride, but a riding adventure. We make an effort not to go the traditional or easy way. Through years of research, recon, and on-ground experience, we have mapped out a remote route that weaves through some of the most beautiful and rarely accessed regions of the Baja. The trail may be rough, rocky, and at times treacherous, but our local knowledge is what makes the Rip such a unique ride.
I think the big difference with Baja is that it's rough, it's rugged, it's raw. I mean, we're down here by ourselves in just the elements. I mean, we go multiple days with no cell phone, no Wi-Fi, there's no hospitals, there's no support, there's nothing. It's just us. The sights are beautiful, and it's just open and free down here.
There's no one out here, so we're definitely remote. We're in areas that you don't want to get hurt, you don't want to have a breakdown.
Down here in Baja, there's no boundaries. You know, we can ride through people's front yards sometimes, you know, or right through their properties, and, you know, as long as we're cool and closing the gate and being respectful.
When you travel down here, it's very important that you open and close these farmers' gates to keep their cattle and everything back in their areas where they want them. This is the beauty of Baja, I think, is the opportunity to be able to pass through these different ranchos and through these different farmlands in these areas where at home, obviously, you could never do this.
It took less than 200 miles before attrition became a factor on this year's RIP. A cracked case, tightening valves, and a couple of flat tires, and so far the ride had been relatively easy. However, up next was the first remote single track without the buggy for support. Things were about to get more serious. If a bike breaks out there, we're leaving the bike out there. We're going up and down 2,000 and 3,000 foot of elevation. There's no way to get a bike out. So if your bike breaks, you're getting ridden double out of there and it's staying out there.
Yeah, Jimmy's bike took a dive. The trailhead's right up ahead and everybody wants to load it up. And it's the smartest decision because it gets gnarly out there. And fortunately we have the buggy here to make it happen.
Hey, just radio relay from the buggy that the front group is -7 right now, -7. Bueno.
Go back just a little bit.
The single track coming up is really remote. It's probably as a crow flies about 15 miles outside of the closest big town, but it's 18 miles of full-on cow single track. I think it was made by cows, and Jimmy Sones, I think, is the one that created the trail. So something he uses all the time. We've only been through here one time. I'm looking forward to it. Really remote, but really fun.
Yeah, single track. I was kind of waiting to see what's next, and they brought us through some blazing new trails. Came up over the crest, and the helicopter's sitting there, and no one else is there, so I thought I was lost, but I'm like, where do I go? And they just pointed, so kept going. It was fun. I mean, that's what I like to do. I've never really done single track on dirt bikes. Lots of mountain biking.
The trail's definitely tough. You know, it's long, single track, rocky, slippery, and you know, it was definitely challenging. I think, you know, it took 5 or 6 guys down, and we paid the price, but we're here now on the beach, so all good.
Well, for sure, this is what Baja is all about for me. Johnny and I, good buddies from San Clemente, just meandering with 43 motorcycle riders, popping wheelies, busting through the rocks, mountain, single track, whatever it is, and you end right on the Pacific Ocean with a beautiful view like this. How can you argue with Baja? The place is absolutely epic.
Go ahead. Call clear.
Copy that, here we go.
So we're gonna do bird in the air, you're good.
On the Rip to Cabo, safety is always concern number one. Many of the places we go are unreachable by four-wheel vehicles, so the only option to monitor the group is from the air. Veteran Baja pilot Jim McCoy from Raven Helicopters is our eye in the sky. Jim assists with navigation, radio relay, and helps document our amazing journey.
Hi, my name's Jim McCoy. I'm the helicopter pilot here for the Rip to Cabo. Been doing it now for 4 years and having the time of my life.
You know, there's good things and bad things about flying in Baja. The great things are you can kind of fly around, land where you want. People are very cool about it. The bad things are, you know, we have a big military presence down here. They always think that we're being drug runners or something like that. Therefore, they want to come up and see our paperwork. Luckily, Cameron gets that all taken care of for us, and so we're usually good to go. But I mean, this never gets old. I love the coast. It's absolutely unbelievable, you know, what you see. But check out this hole in the ground right here. And look, you can see how the water comes all the way up in there.
Oh, it's sick.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Helicopter, if you copy, let me know, and let's go to DA1. Do you copy that, McCoy?
I copy, DA1.
Hey, we had a little extra mileage this morning, so we're gonna need a little bit extra time before we get to that buggy meetup spot.
Okay, copy that. I'm gonna peel off now, get some fuel. I'll meet you at buggy meetup.
Welcome to Punta San Carlos, a vast, very dry region of treeless mudhills and silty, dry riverbeds. There are no towns or inhabitants. It is hot, empty, and rarely crossed. This is where the real Baja begins. From here, we're gonna go into what I call the Never Never. There is no cell service. From here for the next few days, you guys got nothing. We're gonna see nothing. We're not gonna go by towns. The towns we're gonna go by are ghost towns. It's getting more serious now, all right? Yesterday was remote, but now the rest of the peninsula for the next couple days is super empty. So it's just us. Think about that. Experience is the only way we are able to safely navigate through these remote and dangerous zones. On the Rip to Cabo, we are blessed to have guiding assistance from the most successful Baja biker in the business. We call him 11 Time, but his passport reads Johnny Campbell.
I've been coming down to Baja for over 20 years and racing, and you know, I've won over 20 score races down here, including 11 Baja 1000s. To be successful, to be safe in Baja, experience is everything, you know. It's hard because when you first start, you don't have experience. So how do you get that experience and stay alive and stay healthy? And, you know, you have to go through some period of crashing. If you live through those experiences or those mistakes and you can overcome them step by step, then it adds to their education.
What happened was yesterday I took a digger, and today I'm a little swollen, just a little cut up, jammed thumb, nothing, you know, doesn't move, riding with it over the handlebar, and that's it. Not a quitter.
It's called Dead Cow Canyon. Many go in, but few make it through smoothly. On the Rip, you have to know how to ride the rocks. This jagged single track zigzags over rocks, sand, bigger rocks, through cactus, and more rocks. Only a few skilled riders would make it through this hazardous ravine unscathed.
canyon's like a waterfall. Basically, you're coming from a big wash that's down there. It's a real big wash with like maybe 50 to 80 foot walls. And then you're coming up from the wash. So this is basically, it's a waterfall section where the water runs down. So there's a series of rock ledges that drop down. But what makes it a little bit more unique is that, you know, where the water funnels through, it makes like little chutes in the walls. And we have to basically get our dirt bikes to go up through those chutes. So you don't really have a lot of selection as to where you're gonna go. You kind of got to aim for the chute. And then of course you got cactus on both sides.
Are you all right?
Well, we're on a pretty tricky rock section right now. I made the first part no problem, but then as I was getting out, I decided to go and run into a cholla again. And after that, my confidence just got shattered.
Did not do that.
Get the bike, please.
I'm getting it.
Oh, somebody please get the bike.
Yeah, Shane's helping Alan Candleman right now. Had a problem with this hill, had a couple fallovers, getting a little tired. So Shano's gonna ride his bike up this section. It's pretty tough and it's still probably close to 85 degrees out here.
Definitely one of the most challenging rides or anything I've ever done. Trip to Cabo is an amazing experience, but it's a whole lot of treachery.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I rate Dead Cow Canyon at a 9 in difficulty. Extremely tough for most, but on the Rift to Cabo, this is just another epic day in the Baja.
Epic Baja. Woo. Make sure you got fuel last night all the way full.
Day 4 of the Rift to Cabo would begin in the highway town of Catavina. Today was the most anticipated leg of our 8-day journey with about 120 miles of single track. We set out early down the Black Doom in search of the legendary Camper Shell Trail. Yeah, it's called a trail, but really it's more of a lost single track cow path forged years ago by a Baja legend who'd be leading today's ride. His hard work and true passion for exploration has created dozens of new passages and routes. Introducing Baja Trail pioneer, Mr. Jimmy Sones.
After being exposed to the Baja 1000 for many years, I realized that I wasn't seeing everything there was to see, so I just started exploring on my own. I realized by looking at the map and stuff that there'd be certain places where it would be very convenient and fun to have a trail for just a motorcycle. And what made it so easy is there's all kinds of cattle and wild horses and burros and wildlife out here that I could follow their tracks that they made through the desert and through the rocks, the hills. You ride back and forth, hopefully enough, where you can see your motorcycle track in the cow trails, and you realize you've been there and that you're on the right track. You see this area where we're sitting here? The Camper Shell Trail passes through about 29 miles of this exact same terrain. And we're just weaving back and forth through rocks and down little sand washes, ducking between cactus. Instead of riding just a regular road, we've got our own little animal trail to ride.
Filling up, ran out of gas. gas a couple miles back.
Own it.
It's my bad, my bad.
Own it. I don't think you filled up with fuel last night. The buggy's set up. We use it for pre-running for the Baja 1000 and all the big races, but we also use it for support at rides like Rip to Cabo. Greg's driving, and we have an auxiliary fuel pump and an auxiliary hose just in case bikes run low. You can never have too much fuel unless you're on fire, and you can never have too much water unless you're drowning. Those are the rules of the Baja.
Greg DeStefano is the driver of the KMC buggy. This Alumacraft 4-seater is our off-road chase vehicle. It carries medical supplies, food, fuel, water, and goes just about anywhere except the single track. The buggy helps to eliminate some risk and has saved our butts more than once. After 4 long days, physical and mental fatigue begins to set in, and even the slightest lapse in concentration can lead to a mistake.
You bust your lip? Busted lip. Carnage. Wow. Oh.
It's 5:29 a.m. Today we're going to San Ignacio the hard way. It'll be about 250 miles.
Good morning. Welcome to day number 5. Should be an awesome day. Beautiful beaches. Everybody is going to ride with us. 42 riders are here. God created this amazing sunrise just for us today, and 240 miles of dirt and rocky graded roads. Everybody, don't ride in the dust. Have fun. We won't leave you. We're not planning on having a group up for 85 miles.
The Rip to Cabo rolled south out of LA Bay under what I feel is the most beautiful sunrise on the planet. The forecast for the day was hot and rocky, with an extra order of rocks served up. Temperatures would reach 100 degrees as we traveled along the Sea of Cortez, fighting through miles of Baja's most common natural resource, rocks. Today's route is called the No Wimps Trail, for a very good reason.
So the ride is certainly tough. You know, we rode this trail today. It's called the No Wimps Trail, and it's true. You definitely can't be a wimp and go on this trail. I think it's called No Wimps just because it's full of rocks. It's probably 80 miles long, a little bit of single track, a lot of sand washes, some 2-track, and you know, it just beats you up. I'll probably be peeing blood tonight when I go to the bathroom. That's how rough it was.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
I enjoy the journey, and I like getting beat up. My body likes to give out, but you know, I tap into my mental power, I would say, and I push through. And to me, it's more of a testament. It's trying to see how far I can push my body. You'd be surprised how much more you have in your gas tank once you mentally push through it. And that's what it is for me, it's a challenge mentally.
The stoke is always high when we get to San Ignacio. I mean, everybody's so fired up to see us. Of course, Edson Romero is here.
Welcome to San Ignacio.
The people of all the Baja are just excited about us being here. You know, it's like no matter where you go, you get high fives, you get come on in, you know, they want to share whatever they have with you, and very hospitable. And I wish it could be more like that in the United States. In California, it's such a rat race. It's a real treat to come down here and have everybody smiling and excited to see the dirt bikes. At home, we're criminals. In Baja, we're heroes.
On the Rip to Cabo, we have standout professional riders who join us. This year, the kid who has quickly risen to be the current king of Baja racing roosted along. Introducing Racer 1X.
My name's Colton Udall. I race for JCR Honda, and I am the two-time points champion for Class 22 in Baja. You know, when I first started coming down here, I was always intimidated by the rocks because it's really rocky, you know, and you learn how to go over them the right way, and since then, they're my friends. I think the hardest thing about riding in Baja is just your focus, the way you think and carry yourself, you know. It just takes a really mellow person to make good decisions and not end up crashing or doing something that's gonna ruin your bike or ruin your body. My goals are really, they're endless. I want to race Dakar, and I want to win as many Baja 1000 titles as I possibly can. Hopefully one day I might be able to match Johnny Campbell with 11 wins, but I don't even know if the Baja 1000 or Baja racing will be around for that long, but if it is, I want to be there winning.
Day 6 would be our longest at 259 miles down Baja's cooler Pacific coast. From empty salt flats to long beach runs and dunes, this ride would be sandy and fast. A totally new day on the opposite coast with no rocks to speak of. Baja has so many different looks and feels. The landscape keeps changing and you never grow bored.
The beach is amazing, dude. It gets me so excited every time we come down here and drop down onto this beautiful hard-packed sand. We can do donuts for days, wheelies for days. It's perfectly flat, super fun, and I'm just stoked to be here and riding dirt bikes on the beach.
The Rip to Cabo is a totally self-sufficient traveling brigade. Our skilled chase crew supplies fuel for the bikes, food for the entire group, and includes a talented riding paramedic crew.
My name's Austin Bronner, and I'm a fireman with the Orange County Fire Authority. I'm also a paramedic, and that's my role here as a riding medic. There's myself and Ben Rosenthal, who works for Carlsbad Fire Department, and we're on the trail with them all day. We're trying to get guys to enjoy the part of Baja that only two wheels can see. My job entails just keeping track of the guys during the day, making sure that people don't look over fatigued. They're listening to their bodies. If the bumps and bruises do happen, I help them bandage them up, get them through the rest of the day.
Baja is a rough place. There's no way around it. The bumps, bruises, and road rash could happen at any time. We come prepared with 2 trained paramedics, and this year, a professional MD. Unfortunately, on this trip, Alan Candleman had a run-in with some cactus. And after treatment, the RIP medical staff determined it was unsafe for him to continue south.
You know, RIP Cabo started off great this year, but unfortunately on day 5, we were riding on the No Whips trail and ended up getting whacked a couple times right here in my hand by some cactus. And I think one of them must have got in really, really deep and ended up causing a really bad infection. I tried to ride on it yesterday. This is sort of the aftermath on day 7, and I think we all decided that it's a good time for me to call it and go home. So I'm actually flying out of Cabo today. Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. I'm just really bummed that I'm not gonna make it on the whole trip like I did last year. But it is what it is, and I'll be back next year to try and make another full pull.
When you break it all down, the RIP is a marathon. You have to have the strength, stamina, willpower, and mental fortitude to keep going day after day, mile after mile. Many complete this journey. Unfortunately, some do not. This is not just a Baja ride. This is the RIP to Cabo. As the sun rises in San Carlos, we prepare for the final 2 days of the RIP to Cabo. We would begin day 7 in Bahia Magdalena and ride south to La Paz, and then push on to the finish in Cabo San Lucas on day 8. Each year on the RIP, we include a handful of first-time Baja riders. This year, Moto Freestyle legend Justin Homan got the invite. Justin was one of the original gangsters of the FMX movement, and it has been cool to see such a talented rider discover the passion for Baja riding.
Grew up racing dirt bikes as an amateur, turned professional, did Supercross Outdoor Nationals. Last 14 years I've been doing freestyle motocross on the Metal Militia. I was a little nervous out here. These guys are all faster than me. They've done it before, but after these last 5-6 days, I figured out who the fast guys are. I've learned a ton. I've just stolen so much information from the guys that are rippers. Sometimes going faster is easier, which that's what scared me. I mean, some guy, call him the Sasquatch, blew by me like I was nothing. I'm like, what? I'm already going as fast as you can go, and I was in 3rd and clicked it up, and like, if he can go that fast, I can go that fast, and it's actually easier. Going 5th gear, which is like 50, 60 miles an hour on this sand 2 track that's just silly to be going that fast. And I actually figured out to let that bike float, let it go where it wants to go and not try to make it do everything. So, I've learned probably 5 years worth of riding in 7 days. And I've been racing and riding freestyle my whole life, so I've learned a ton about riding dirt bikes.
The RIP to Cabo is without a doubt a learning experience for us all. Around every corner, the Baja seems to bring a new challenge or obstacle to overcome. However, the RIP is not just about riding to Cabo. We frequently go out of our way to have as much fun as humanly possible, and we always make the most out of every mile we ride.
Oh, you all right? Of course, we all know hill climbs are a part of riding the Baja. Behind us, a very nice little sand dune. You have to start when I drop my arm. If you don't, you're DQ'd.
action, yes! That was awesome!
The Rip to Cabo is in no way an easy feat. For many of the guys, this trip has been the biggest challenge of their lives. However, the trying days and aching body pains are all forgotten once you see Land's End at Los Cabos and feel the indescribable thrill knowing that you have completed this epic achievement.
All around the world!
They're coming! Hurry!
8 days after leaving the United States, 43 riders completed 1,367 miles safely. And with friends and family waiting, we rode into Cabo San Lucas feeling like heroes for the day.
So much to overcome, so much sweat, so much struggle, so many bikes breaking down, and when you see the arches and you see the blue water and you know it's right there, I mean, it almost brings a tear to your eye.
It's just an unbelievable experience to do this with old friends, making new friends.
Yeah, it's only been 8 days, but we got new friends for life. It's crazy what your kind of mind and body goes through in something like this. So anyway, I'm stoked to be in Cabo, man. Rip to Cabo.
And there you have it, the exclamation point on the Rip to Cabo 2013. It's an emotional journey, friends and family here at the end, and a great day. 43 riders came into Cabo. It's a ride of a lifetime every single time. I'm just so stoked to see Mama and the baby and just have all the boys here. It's awesome. Everybody's safe. Thank you, God.
To join the Desert Assassins on a future Baja ride, go to our website, riptocabo.com.